I'm too worried now to play music, even though it's cool, awesome music from my animes that nobody else watches. I'm so small, but I don't want to get DMCA'd. I'll have to figure out a different way. I think the soundtrack from the Arcana uses nothing but... what's it called? I don't remember. Free music. Anyways, hi everybody. Welcome to this stream that I've been wanting to stream. I think I found this game like a year ago, maybe like half a year ago. I don't remember. This is everything I've ever wanted when I was a teenager playing this game. I was like, dude, there's so many nice dudes and only one chick. Come on. And so now we're here. Boop boop. I'm very excited to play this, if you couldn't tell. The following production is a non-profit fan-based parody. Resident Evil 4 is owned by Capcom, who have not endorsed our first-class script. All copyrights belong to their respective owners. If you haven't played the official game, go do so promptly, you worms. Or don't. I think I'm good. I've played this like a million times. Not this, the 4. Yeah, y'all get it. Oh dear. I guess I click. Oh jeez. Nice. Resident Evil 4 Otome Edition. And there she is, best girl. The classic RE music. Ah, there he is! Louise Sarah. She's done with it. Wait, now I'm curious who else is gonna pop up. I don't know about that one. I may have my own unique tastes, but I think that's a line. Let's see. I guess episodes is where I would go once I've actually played the game.
Resident Evil 4.
I'll never forget it.
Talk about near-death experience.
Ashley, get out of there!
Oh yeah, those guys. It was the year everything changed. I became the president's daughter.
We kidnapped the president's daughter.
And soon after, the target of a
in order
cult.
to give her our power, and then send her down.
15 years have passed since that horrendous incident.
What is this?
And in all that time, I've never told anyone my side of the story. My name is Ashley Graham, and it's about time. Hell yeah, Ashley! Tyson, hi! Good of you to come and watch, get a taste of the game before you play it yourself. Episode 1, Reloving the nightmare. Whew. Exams are done, thank goodness. I can't believe I'm gonna make a C in government. I can just hear Daddy griping about it. Alright, now, what are the controls? Do I press? Spacebar. Good. Think of the headlines, Ashley. President's daughter could barely pass college government course. Administration's credibility in doubt. It's not that it was hard, just supremely dull. Politics is already tedious, and it didn't help that Dr. Hollycock is a robot made flesh. Where are all the young, passionate teachers? That's what my generation needs. Dad is always pushing me to find a pet project. Well, I guess I'll have plenty of time to think of a pitch on the way back to DC. For now, better hurry and find my driver before Jenna comes sniffing around for my grades. I pulled out my phone to call my driver, only to find that the battery had died while I was taking my exam. She's got ambitions. Also, hi, Lika. Darn, I really need to remember to change this thing more often. I don't need Daddy griping at me about that, too. Well, at least John is the predictable sort. He'll probably just be outside my residence hall. I started walking toward my sorority building and quickly spotted my driver's usual car. The person standing next to the car, however, was anything but expected. Now, I remember that she was college age, but how old is Ashley, actually? She's like in her very early 20s. Talking about sororities and residence halls. Oh, God. Shit. Okay. The grenades on his spell. It's so good. The Jeep. Okay. I'll take it seriously. Excuse me, sir, but are you looking for me? You're Ashley Graham? Yeah. Her face is awesome. Oh, God. Yes. Listen, if this is about my father slashing the veterans budget, I don't know. I'm your bodyguard. I've been sent by the president to escort you back home. Must... Oh, no. Oh! Dad told me that I would be getting a new bodyguard.
Got you off guard, didn't I?
Oh, jeez. In the flesh. Caught you off... Oh. Damn it, got me. Caught you off guard, didn't I? Yeah, definitely. You could land a plane on that chest. Or is the phrase, you could land a plane on those shoulders, because holy shit. Yeah, definitely. Although, did something change? Dad said I wouldn't meet my new bodyguard until I got back home. Yes. Yes, what? Yes to the change of plans. We received intel suggesting you might be a target for kidnapping. That's what I'm here for, Lika. What? Here at Harvard? We don't know exactly, but they didn't want to take any chances. That's why I'm here. What's with the dubious chuckle? Probably just another dude who thinks muscles are a good replacement for tact. Been there, done them. Hell yeah, Ashley. Yes, we stand. Well, Mr. Bodyguard, do I have a name to go by? It's Klaus. Klaus, eh? Is that German or Austrian, maybe? You do remind me a little of Arnold Schwarzenegger, what with the muscles and the, scowl? When I was in the military, a few did call me the Terminator. Yeah. I really don't want to know the context. Hey, don't go anywhere. Oh god. He moved. He did. I can't say I would have pinned him as a dedicated recycler. It really doesn't pay to stereotype. He threw away Ashley's little sign, little cardboard sign. Anyway, are you ready to go? Well, I was thinking of grabbing a few things from my dorm room. Well, arrange for it to be brought to you. Don't know who we can trust here. Oh, come on, it'll only take a few minutes. Besides, my roommate. Hey, Ashley, wait up! I looked to my right to see Jenna running towards us much faster than one would think possible in 6-inch heels. Oh, she's like, oh shit. Klaus, do you know what that sound is? No. It's the sound of, bitch, I made an A in government and I'm here to gloat. I can't be here for this. Act like we're in a hurry, Klaus. Some of us are, Ash. I waved dismissively to Jenna as I approached the passenger door. Sorry, Jenna, I'm kinda in danger. I'll write you a name. Oh! It's cute! These sprites are so good. Klaus and I leapt inside the car. It smells like John's car, but John doesn't usually keep it this neat. Maybe Klaus cleaned it out. Is that something grown men actually do for other grown men's cars? Finally. Oh, stop complaining and just go. Consider it done. Klaus started up the car, which kept me from hearing what Jenna was trying to say as she ran up to the door. Bye, bitch. I hate that I have to indulge her just to keep her from gossiping about me to the press. She doesn't even want to talk to me. She just wants to compare bodyguards and grades. Well, Klaus, you're part of the Gramly now, so you should roll down the window and say hi. Maybe then Jenna will go away. Ashley, is this your What the fuck? Oh my god, Cloud, did you just blow up Jenna? Flashbang! Street smarts. Just a flash grenade. Can't take any chances. Son of... Okay. I could use some of those in high school. Wait a minute. the little thing on the Jeep says peep. God, I need to focus. Jeez, Cloud. Jenna's a snob, not a terrorist.
Just trying to have fun.
Oh my god. Relax, princess. Wow, combat really does dark things to some people's sense of entertainment. You do well to remember that that kind of fun tends to end in lawsuits, Klaus, and Dad's swimming in those enough as is. I don't like... Oh, he's just looking back. You have a rear view mirror! Klaus drove away, leaving Jenna to cling to her eyes in fear and confusion. It was one of the few times I felt kinship with Jenna. And then I remembered how she stole the guy I crushed on 2 years ago. I don't feel nothing for her. Episode 2. Take me out on a joyride. Wouldn't have taken Klaus for the Samba type. Wonder if he's gay. That's a stereotype. Ashley. Rude. And wait a minute, why is Samba gay? When has that been the thing? Ha! Did I not just say it doesn't pay to stereotype? I'm getting worried that hypocrisy is hard-coded in the Graham fam gene pool. Trinity. Still, I wish he'd say something. This music is somehow just making the silence even more awkward. You got any cigarettes? Maybe he'd entertain a few more questions. But seriously, what do I say? So, how much fun are steroids? There's gotta be. Did we not just say? Jeez, Ashley. Come on, girl. I was rooting for you. I turned the music knob. Lord. I turned the music knob down a little, and Klaus's eyes darted toward me. Definitely should avoid the steroid question. Ooh, ooh, ooh. The steroids. Okay. What's a good question? I'm not really gonna try to get on his good side. Let's see. Let's start with an easy one. So, I can't believe John didn't even say anything to me. I know he didn't like me that well, but he was my driver for the last 2 years. Did you meet him before you came here? Oh, goodness. Huh. Yeah, I saw him. Oh, yeah? What did he say? What? What? What was that? Klaus, I'm scared. I have a bad feeling about John. Good riddance. Well, that's unkind, but it does sound like something John would say. Oh well, hopefully we'll get along better. I think we're gonna get along just fine. Oh, me too. You know, throwing grenades at Jenna notwithstanding, I mean, it was kind of funny in hindsight, but it's like Dad is always telling me, we have to anticipate the optics. That whole scene was a censorship peep. Yeah. You don't want to know, Ashley. In my world, the optics are for bureaucrats to worry about. I get stuff done. Right. Man of action and all that. But ladies aren't battlefields, Clow. We like a little sensitivity. Right. You know, it's like that other thing Dad is always saying. The tongue is a gun best left in its holster. Unless you're a boyfriend, Dad doesn't know about, of course. Ooh, okay. Should I segue into his love life? Yeah. So, you have any special someone back home waiting for you? It's cool if you're single, too. Nothing wrong with that. I'm single. I just thought maybe someone had snatched you up. I mean, what girl can resist silence, scars, and muscles, right? Yeah. I like men. Oh! Yeah. I'm glad to know we have that in common. It's important to have shared interests. Man, I so called that. Okay, Ashley. Oh, her little... Oh, darn. Oh well. Enough chit-chat. We're taking a detour. A detour? Oh, fuck. Klaus! Klaus swerved onto a dirt road off the highway. At the speed he was going, I felt like my intestines had become a trampoline for my stomach. Oh, jeez. The path eventually leveled as we came into a clearing, allowing me to complain properly. What's the big deal, Klaus? You're not Mad Max. They wanted you back ASAP. Just doing my job. Man, if he's this intense just doing his job, I feel sorry for his boyfriends. Alright, we're here. Let's go. Klauser brought the car to a screeching halt and motioned for me to get out. Where is here exactly? It's a helipad. We're gonna fly. You okay with that? Not if you're gonna cop an attitude. Oh, pff, bye, Klaus. This guy is something else. He's being all pissy with me, but it's not like I signed the bill for the veterans' budget cuts. Taking out your aggression on an innocent lady just isn't right. Weedle, 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 weedle. These model edits look really good. Looking around, we seemed to be at a suspiciously empty and remote helipad. I had a sinking feeling in my gut something was amiss. Oh shit! It's so good! Oh, the cinematography. Hey Clow, is this an official US military helipad? I've been to a bunch, but this seems a little underfunded.
A little too quick for you?
You catch on oh, for fuck's sake. A flashbang, really? You don't even need it! I am not in the mood for your snark, Klaus. You tell me what's going on now.
Oh, we're talking.
Oh, jeez. You're being kidnapped, Ash. The rest isn't for you to worry about. There's nobody driving the helicopter! Oh my god. It's really good. It's really so good. Oh. How could you do this to me? Do our mutual nicknames mean nothing to you? It was fun while it lasted. Is this about money? My dad can give you money. Sorry, Hurley. What I want is access to Lord Sadler. You're the payment. Lord who? My god, what kind of politics scandals am I getting wrapped up in this time? Huh, almost let it slip. Enough talk. Time to fly, princess.
You're mine.
Good lord. Was the flashbang really necessary? I just feel like it wasn't. Episode 3. I have a mouth, but I can't scream. Real quick, I'll just, whoop. Make sure. Oh, I don't like that. Just out of curiosity, let's see. Oh, I like it. Nice, nice. The pictures are cute. Let's see, how far back does it go? Oop. This is really nice. I like this a lot. Let's see, options. Background, sound effects. You guys watching this, let me know if I need to adjust anything as far as music or sounds. Everything else seems to be okay. I'll put that up a little bit more. Let's see, options, inventory. I have an inventory? Oh, I can't access my pockets if my hands are bound. Oh, hell. Okay. I awoke, disoriented. Oh, shit. Am I dreaming? I feel as heavy as I do when I eat a dozen Krispy Kremes. Not that I've ever done that. Yesterday. Ugh, I remember now. That bastard Klaus knocked me out. Did he tie me up? Why do I feel cold? I just feel so tired. But I gotta push past it. Come on, Ashley. Open your eyes. Ooh, close them! Close your eyes again! I don't like this! Oh my Christ, it's a Cenobite! Oh fuck. I'm bad at character voices, let me try. I don't want to sound like offensive. My character voices just are not good. Our guest is awake. Surprising. Wait, no. I think it's just a really ugly wizard. Not that he couldn't be both. I mean, what was Pinhead but a wizard of pain? But more to the point. Oh god, I don't want to be tortured. Be at peace, Ashley. You are a guest of honor. I feel like I'm leaning more Russian than Spanish. Guest of honor? In what? North Korea? I hope you don't mind receiving gifts from an older gentleman, Ashley. It is a once-in-a-lifetime gift, after all. Unmatched in the world. Freedom. I don't want your gift, sir. Not your Hollywood version of freedom, no. True freedom. From burden, responsibility, indecision. You will never have another worry in your mind. The blissful ignorance of your youth will be everlasting. What is this guy talking about? He's blathering about freedom, and I'm strapped to what feels like a dentist's chair. The irony might kill me before he does. Wait a second. Is this that Lord Saddleman that Klaus mentioned? Why does he look like he just came from a gothic Ren fair? And slightly more importantly, why does he look like he's lived 3 lifetimes? Hold on. Gotta sneeze. Ah. Oh, God. Oh, allergies. Oh, his name is Ew. Oh, God. Doesn't that sound wonderful? Free from the confusion and filth of this world, living in endless bliss. Is that not the very essence of heaven? Wow, that's like the exact argument my Sunday school teacher gave to encourage abstinence. It didn't work then, and it won't work now. Your resistance is natural. Few people embrace change so readily. But no, yeah, that is too Russian. Anyways. What do I know? I am the Southern American. I don't know shit about shit. Anyways, but you will see the light soon enough. Great, a real Aunt Lydia type. Now the name... This guy's name is Ew. I feel like it's accurate. Great, a real Aunt Lydia type. That will be easy to reason with. Stay calm, Ashley. Your kidnapping survival course prepared you for this exact scenario. I just need to apply its lessons wisely. First, knowledge is power. Second, courtesy is the password to safety. Third, if you look back, you'll soon be going that way. Wait, those might just be fortune cookie sayings. But hey, point made, which is that I need to ask me some questions. Uh-oh. Oh, hell. I should have saved. You televangelist. Okay. So... Damn it. These are all really good. What should I ask? I feel like if I ask about the New World Order, he's just gonna be like, oh, you don't need to know about that. But then I could say the same thing for the Where Am I? Although, it might be nice to finally figure out where frickin' Resident Evil 4 takes place instead of just somewhere in Spain. Let's go with this one. As tired as I feel, I'm clearly basting in sedatives, so a simple question is probably for the best. I just gotta push past the fatigue. Where am I? Ooh, he got closer, don't like it. Stay back! His name is Stay Back. Where are you? I suppose there's no harm in you knowing now. You are in Spain, but don't worry, you won't be here for long. You'll go as quickly and quietly as you came. Screw you! Oh, I don't think that's... What? There's another person in this room? Yes, Barto. It seems that our precious guest would like your assistance in obtaining our power. Lord Sadler. God alive, it's like Diet Butterball! Oh, God. Yes, move into my periphery, thanks. At least I won't be visually traumatized. Now, my minion, remember to put the needle in very slowly. We wouldn't want to hurt our new friend, after all. Lordy! I feel a prick at the nape of my neck, followed by something shooting into my bloodstream. Something slimy. I would have felt more revolted had I the energy. His sprite is so nasty. Prick. This is funny as hell. A perfect penetration, Barto. You're really living up to your name.
Cerebros.
Grossling. Mmm. Yes, I will feed you after you finish sweeping up the room. Now go. Please stop. God damn it. Okay. Hold up. Okay. I could feel my already tenuous consciousness beginning to fade again. I struggled to stay awake, but it was in vain. The only comfort was the departure of those hideous men. As the darkness swallowed me, I uttered a single prayer to whoever could hear. Ashley's call was absorbed by the darkness. Ooh, who is this speaking? Okay, I'm gonna just assume that it's Ashley. No, wait, Father. Father, I brought Sarah as you... Oh, yes! Father, I brought Sarah as you asked. Good. Place him in the dresser and lock him tightly. Will the Lord punish him for what he stole from us, Father? That depends entirely on the good doctor and his cooperation. Whether or not he chooses to atone, we will regain what is ours. Father Mendez. Speak, my child. The American agent. He has been spotted outside the village. Then let us set our plan into motion. Has the president's daughter been secured? Yes, Father. She is in the church. Good. We must keep the agent from reaching her. You, return to the village and instruct the others to deter him at all costs. But keep him alive if you can. As a precaution, take this file and leave it in the village. Somewhere the American agent will likely find it. If you do not capture him first, it should guide him here. Then I will deal with him personally. Oh. Wait. Yeah, okay. Yes, Father. Under your eye. Save me, Mr. Sexy Spanish Man, Luis Serra. Consider your remaining time a gift, Sarah. Hopefully you will not squander this one. Episode 4. You've entered an insane world. Oof. Nice. Ugh. What is this? Satan's alarm clock? I covered my ears until the ringing stopped. The sound seemed like one of those old church bells they ring at European cathedrals. Apparently, that's only romantic from a distance. With the sound gone, I took inventory of my surroundings. Looks like some kind of dingy storage room, and considering the drumline competition now playing out in my skull, I assume that I'm in the storage room of a church. I go up and rustle the doorknob for formality's sake, but of course it was locked tight. I am really, really regretting taking construction as an elective instead of locksmithing. Seriously, when am I ever going to drive a bulldozer? I poked around the room for a bit, but it was barren. Nothing but barrels and sacks and hopelessness. It's kind of like a Motel 9, minus the urine smell. I slumped back down against one of the barrels and gave the full weight of my attention to my predicament. So I'm in Spain, and probably a poor part of Spain if the drabby room is anything to go by. Klaus was a trap. An ugly old man saddled me with some thing against my will as part of his new world order. And I'm famished. Are you there, God? It's me, Ashley. Could really use some help right now. Anything you've got, just deposit it right into my brain. I promise I'll pay you back. Oh, my tracking device. Yeah, it was in my scarf. God bless you, John, for hassling me about that every freaking day. But it's a sweater. It's not a scarf, it's a sweater. It's a sweater you tied over your sweater. I hurriedly dove my hands into the fabric of my scarf. Mm. Oh no, oh no, 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 no. It's gone! God damn it! Probably shouldn't say that in the church. At least that's what I would say if this wasn't the house of a devil. But seriously, who knows where it dropped? Klaus could have found it while we were in the helicopter and thrown it out to sea. Just... So... It isn't... fair. And with that realization, the dam broke. For what felt like several minutes, I cried openly and cursed my terrible fate. My throat became coarse, and my gulping sobs quickly took on the tone of arrested gear. What? Oh, shit. I can't even keep track. Yeah, it'd be like that sometimes. I awoke suddenly, startled by some weird sounds coming from outside. Not quite as hard on my ears, but the jury's out on what they mean for my health. My gut reaction was that it was just some more of those cultists coming to pray for whatever it is they pray for. Their master's love, Rogaine, I don't know. The sprites are just really freaking good. The movement is different, though. It's like something large creaking back and forth. Weird. Some kind of ritual, maybe? And by ritual, I obviously mean shunting. Sweet, merciless God, I'm imagining it now. Oh, it's just the worst thing. It was quiet for a minute, then I heard the dry screech of a mechanism rising. Steps drew nearer, closing in on my makeshift prison. Oh my God, they're coming for me. What did Saddle want with me again? To make me the orgy queen? I don't know, because I don't listen to ugly old men, but it was probably that. Well, if they think I'm going to be fertilized without a fight, they're going to learn a hard lesson in being sorely mistaken. Jesus Christ. I got a finger gun and I'm not afraid to use it. I spotted a plank of wood on the ground next to me. Seems appropriate for this unholy space. Let's see how well it fits in some eyeballs. The doorknob gave a creaky sigh as it began to turn. My heart raced. My eyes darted from the door to the plank. Now or never. Ashley!
Don't come!
Well, someone gather some Dragon Balls and call me Yamcha, because I'm about to be dead. That was really good, Ashley. It was a strong throw. Hey, take it easy. How dare he tell me to take it easy? After what happened with Klaus, Ashley Graham is nobody's fool. No! Get away! I persisted. I huddled against a barrel in abject fear, hoping to die more like Yamcha and less like Krillin. Calm down. Everything's gonna be just fine. My name's Leon. I'm under the President's order to rescue you. I wish that I would have told Dad that I loved him more, and that Mom is having an affair. Wait.
What? My father?
My body surged forward out of sheer relief. I'm saved! It's a Christmas miracle! My heartbeat began to slow a little, giving me a chance to examine my rescuer in full. Oh God, please.
That's right.
Fuck me!
Now come with me.
Fuck off! Oh, it's so good! And accurate. I'm kinda jamming though. That's right, and I have to get you out of here. Now come with me. Girl. Badum. Fuck. As my eyes feasted on the Adonis in front of me, my vision became inexplicably clouded by bubbles and sparkles. My brain also started playing a song I think I heard in a laxative commercial. You know, the kind that says, if you just push hard enough, all your dreams will come true and your business will thrive. The point is, I'm saved, baby, and by a super hot dude. Hooray! There are no brakes on this train. I had a million questions to ask him, but my tongue was dragging on the floor in the wake of his sexiness, so I just followed him instead. Lord girl. Episode 5, Leon the Professional. As soon as I was up, Leon pulled out what looked like an old walkie-talkie. Wow, I haven't seen one of those in a while. I thought those lines were notoriously easy to jack. Oh, I know! He's using it because no one would suspect a U.S. agent to use such outdated tech. Genius!
It's Leon. I've succeeded in extricating my subject.
I love a man with big vocabulary. Swoon. He could extricate me anytime. Oh wait, I guess he already is.
Where's the extraction point? Got it. I'm on my way.
This makes me want to play RE4 really bad. I wanted to make conversation since I hadn't spoken to anyone who wasn't Gross or Klaus for an indeterminate time. But he seemed busy? Breaking barrels? Maybe he's making sure there's no cultist spies hiding in the barrels? Not the first thought I would have had, but that's why I'm not a bodyguard. With every barrel decimated, I thought he might at least ask me about my general state of health, but instead he moved briskly towards the door. Is he the tsundere type? I hope not. Those are always a bummer in a crisis, especially emotional ones. Whoa, the testosterone is palpable. But hey, any dude can open a door for a lady. It takes a real gentleman to open them in a way that reflects how badly she wants to exit said door. Fair enough. We ran down the snaking corridor and approached a ladder. Did someone carry me up this thing? That seems crazy, but par for the course, I guess. Before I could even look over the edge, Leon jumped to the ground below, landing with a confident thud. Now, here's a man who doesn't waste any time. Well, when in Spain. Ah! Jeez, I know I get a little ditzy around cute guys, but that was unnecessarily impulsive. Kinda like I wasn't even in control of myself. Ah well, it was the thrill at least. Still, I should get out of his arms so it doesn't seem like I'm enjoying it too much. Gotta keep a man guessing, just like Mom is always saying. Oh man, how great would it be if there was just a platoon of equally hot Secret Service guys just waiting outside the church, ready to escort me out of this nightmare. My reverse harem story begins now. Well, Ashley. Oh, fuck. Before we could even reach the door, a familiar voice chimed in behind us.
I'll take the girl.
No. That voice! That's the huskiness of an old pervert if I ever heard one. Who are you? If you must know, my name is Osman Sadler, the master of this fine, religious community. Did he seriously just refer to himself as Awesome Saddle? Girl, check your hearing. Fair enough. He might as well wear a sign on his face that says, proud to be celibate. Well, I mean, then he'd at least be doing the world 2 favors. What do you want? I knew that I would hate this guy's face in high definition. Like, it's so bad that I'm becoming an atheist retroactively just by looking at him. To demonstrate the world our astounding power, of course. No longer will the United States think they can police the world forever. So we kidnapped the princess's daughter in order to give her our power, and then send her back. No. Suddenly and regrettably, I was awash in memories of the injection. So that's why they wanted me. In short, I'm the unwilling female ruler in men's dick measuring contest. Tale as old as time. Well, in the spirit of saying the quiet part loud, I guess I should add some
I
context.
think they shot something in my neck.
What did you do to her?
We just planted her a little gift. Oh, Lord, does he have teeth? Oh, there's going to be one hell of a loving father. I thought I might bargain for quite a lot of money to keep this church up and running. Admittedly, I was fawning over the protective growl in Leon's voice and didn't really pay a lot of attention to that last part. Something about gifting some plants to my dad in exchange for some donations. Joke's on you, pal. My dad hates charities and the environment. Faith and money will lead you nowhere, Sadler. That's right, Leon. You stick it to that prosperity gospel. Prosperity gospel. Good Lord, Coral. Oh, I believe I forgot to tell you that we gave you the same gift when I was unconscious. My God, but he looks fine from this angle. Yeah, the names are super good. Wait, what? Same gift? Oh, Leon, no. We'll bond over this, I promise. That's... Special contributions. My puppets. You'll do as I say. I have control. Revolutionary. God, this whole evil dude recites evil plan thing is wicked boring. Someone really needs to awaken him from his world of cliches. Maybe Leon should do it. With a bullet.
Sounds more like an alien invasion if you ask me.
Verbal bullets are not bullets, Leon! Suddenly, we were blocked from the exit by more diet butterballs. Maybe Leon's onto something here. Jesus. Not gonna lie, confident smirks of the what now, bitch variety are undeniably sexy. Ashley, please, have some standards! Too bad it's on a face that has all the dating potential of a garbage bag. Ooh la la, Leon, you thinking what I'm thinking? Drop these fools in a dramatic western shootout. Or we can run away, that's cool too, and maybe even safe. Woo, girl. Whew, that was way too close. Freaking crossbow nerds, is there any more insufferable enemy type? Leon pulled me to the end of the corridor, but all I could see was a glass window. Maybe he doesn't know what to do after... Oh! Before I could even vocalize my surprise, we crashed through the window, and quite easily, might I add. It's a weird, subtle display of wealth, importing sugar windows from Hollywood rather than supporting the local glass economy. For all his beef with America, Saddle must like our movies. Would certainly explain why he hired Klaus. It's all very dangerous and stupid, but what cool stuff isn't? I landed about as well as Dad's first TV debate, but to be fair, I wasn't really prepared for Die Hard-esque shenanigans. Even the Supreme Gentleman, the Supreme Gentleman, Leon jumped to my aid in a flash. You okay? Physically, still in one piece. Psychologically, crumbling. Still, I didn't want to lie to him, so I just evaded the question. Just like on Meet the Press.
Leon, what's gonna happen to us?
I knew it was a pointless question, but I felt like I was entitled to a little neediness. Besides, guys love that stuff. Or so I've read in Cosmo.
Don't worry. We got into this mess. We can get out of it.
Yeah, you tell him, Leon. I like how he says we, as if this weren't all 100% my fault. But hey, if he's okay with cutting me all the slack, who am I to disagree? My heart swelled as Leon took hold of my arm, his grasp both tender and protective. Oh. How fitting, I thought, that I would go to church to find my personal Jesus. Get it, girl. Alright. Episode 6. I don't want to be buried in a cult cemetery. Once we were both up, I huddled close to Leon. Looking around, it seemed like we had landed in some kind of external storage. There was little in the room aside from some bags and barrels, so I didn't imagine we'd loiter long. Oh, how wrong you would be. But Leon had other plans. Is this some kind of hobby of his? Or maybe barrels killed his parents and now he's sworn to destroy all barrel kind. Oh, I hadn't noticed it before while I was salivating over Leon, but there's some good stuff in these barrels. Ammo, gold, some kind of plant material, you know, resources. Leon grabbed the goods and shoved them into his pockets. I guess that explains his obsessive interest in barrels. Leon nabbed the Spanish gold. But who keeps that stuff in barrels and in such sparse quantities? Is it some kind of rural geocaching? Looking for bullets and pocket change down at the local church? Spain is weird. You know what's also weird? That we're not being shot full of arrows. I looked back at the shattered window. The satellites had more than enough time to follow us. We were only a few feet down and would make for pathetically easy targets. And yet, nothing. Does their cult Bible prohibit them from exploiting obvious advantages? Are they having a synergy meeting? Are they just sad about their broken splendos? I shrugged my questions aside, knowing there were probably no answers. And if there were, they were probably not worth knowing. I looked back at Leon, who finally seemed satisfied that he had fully raided the church provisions. We hustled over to the door and made our way outside. As we ran to the front of the church building, rain whipping ominously around us, we encountered what looked to be an angry mob of villagers. They were just groaning at first as they ambled slowly toward the church. Then a few of them started to shout. Un forastero!
¡Ahí está!
I'm not gonna pretend like I can... Okay. No dejaste que este... Fuck me. See? 4 years of Spanish in high school, and for what? Here's another regret for the pile. Zooming out in high school Spanish. Something about not letting the forest hero escape. I don't know, foreign language is hard. We slowly inched our way down the path, presumably to see how they would react. I half hoped they might just be here to fight the man for raising taxes and stealing their chickens. But them lunging toward us with death in their eyes squashed that idea pretty fast. Leon coolly stood his ground, gun drawn. I had a thought that he could shoot the wagon in front of us and maybe that would, I don't know, distract them or something. Seemed like a long shot. Which one is going to make him shoot the barrels, though? You know what? No reason to put myself out there and look like an idiot in front of a hot dude. I've learned that lesson. Leon's the professional here. I just need to let him do his thing. Leon! No! What the fuck? Wait a minute. Are you serious? Leon, why? Oh, for fuck's sake. Really? So, I got a bad end. Oh, well, it's nice of them to just go right back to the... Okay. Well, here's to hoping this isn't the dumbest idea I've had.
Leon, shoot those barrels on that wagon!
Without a word, Leon took aim at the barrels. Hold on a second. I'm having like a... It's just kind of washing back over me. Damn it. I wish someone had taken a video of that, a clip of that or something. This is really fucking good. Aw, hold on. How far back? It's too far back. I don't even know if there's a skip function. Let me see. No, I don't think I would... Okay. Without a word, Leon took aim at the barrels. Admittedly, I don't know if he trusted my judgment or just wanted another opportunity to destroy barrels. Here you go. Perhaps more surprisingly, the barrel spontaneously combusted, causing the wagon to roll toward the villagers like some kind of blazing poverty chariot. I don't really understand why a church would have explosive barrels on hand. Maybe that was their wine? Is wine flammable? Live hard, drink harder, I guess. Oh, I get it. That must have been the communion cart, filled with the blood of Christ, which erupts into the flames of perdition? I don't know, feels like someone is confusing their testaments. Nonetheless, the Spanish Flea song is in my head all of a sudden, and I feel genuinely bad about that. With the villagers crushed and or combusted by their own flaming paddy wagon, we took the opportunity to run past. Between the oppressive darkness and the driving rain, I could barely see the path, but Leon seemed to know where he was going, so I just followed closely. A bolt of lightning tore across the sky, and I realized that I was looking at a graveyard. That's not ominous at all. Nuh-uh. One might say it's sacrilege to kill the faithful in such a hallowed place, but it's even greater sacrilege to think, well, at least you won't have to drag the bodies far. Jesus. Having escaped the crazed villagers, we jog leisurely down a narrow forest path and eventually enter a literal hole in the wall. In lieu of comfort food and tacky furnishings, we receive a lone ladder that descended to who knows where. I felt apprehensive about what horrors... Thank you, Tyson. This is like cursed in the absolute best way possible. I'm living right now. I felt apprehensive about what horrors might be waiting, but with Leon climbing down without so much as a disclaimer, I trusted that we would be okay. Episode 7. Got something that might interest ya. Oh no. The ladder took us into a dark cavern, notably devoid of trigger warnings for claustrophobia, or even worse, cave crickets. We moved briskly down the tight path and soon found ourselves in front of a rusty door. Leon began to push the door with the tenderness of a kitten. I'm not sure if I should be charmed by this newfound discretion or alarmed by his sudden caution. What in blue blazes? I was immediately enraptured by the warmth circling the cavern. I felt safe, cozy even. If only I had a glass bottle, I could take some of this feeling with me and maybe melt the ice around Leon's demeanor. It was perhaps the soothing nature of the flames that kept me from screaming when I saw the figure stationed between them. Oh God! It's worse in sprite form. Whoa, who's the men in black? Another secret agent, or just your run-of-the-mill small-town gun not going through a man cave phase? What? What's happening? Gah! Why am I seeing sparkles and bubbles again? How hard up am I? Whoa, why is my eye moving this way? Is the parasite giving me superpowers? I feel like I could sneak into a lot more gawking before it got awkward. I dig the bandana. It says I don't sacrifice fashion just to obscure my identity. It also looks pretty warm, much unlike myself right now. Let's focus on something else. My, what a big sack he has. Tee-hee. Oh God. Hand's a little dirty, but it adds convincingly to the forest hobo aesthetic he's got going. Where do you even get a coat like this? Suspicious person thrift shop? Is that a skirt? I'm not judging, I'm appreciating. He seems well stocked, both in terms of munitions and mystery, but not attractive enough to be out of my league. I'm liking my odds. Ashley. Girl, please. Leon approached the man casually, so I assumed they were working together in some capacity. The more the merrier, I guess. He's not as clean looking as Leon, but he may be better armed. A girl in peril has to keep her options open.
Welcome. Got a selection of good things on sale, stranger.
Huh. Not the accent I was expecting, but in a good way. Australian, maybe? I'm all about the thunder down under. Did I really just say that? While I questioned my moral credibility, Leon started browsing the man's inventory.
What are you buying? Thank you. Is that all, stranger? What are you selling?
Wait, I've been missing the names. Well, does the log have it? Gun shy? Awesome. I love guns. Excellent. Extremely good. The merchant quipped enthusiastically as Leon stoically perused his wares. Maybe it's part of Leon's safety protocols to avoid confiscation where possible. Loaded.
I'll buy it at a high price.
The merchant man seemed pretty excited about some jewels Leon showed him. Whoa, is that a bejeweled beer stein? There's no way this guy is paying market price for something like that. I can't believe they're making Leon break barrels and pilfer valuables just to obtain supplies. Either my rescue is a low-budget affair, or our relationship with Spain is more tenuous than I
Come
realized.
back any time.
Martillery. Finished with shopping, Leon resumed jogging down the tunnel. I thought I should wave to the merchant man, but I didn't want to mistakenly initiate another romance just yet. Oh no! But... It's okay, I'm saving myself for Louis Serra. We ran further into the tunnel and stopped abruptly in front of a shallow puddle. I wonder what that was for. Testing the water for traps, maybe? Still, it seems a little rude to just vandalize the merchant's place of business. Whatever the reason, Leon swept right past the flame like a man on a mission. Which he was, of course, but what I really mean is that he hurried over to a box tucked in a nook in the wall. As if by instinct, he drew his knife. 'Cause what is a box if not a barrel disguised as a rectangle? Ah, crates really do hold odd of use. We ran through the remaining tunnel and climbed some stairs to another ladder leading upward. I huddled close to Leon again as he approached the door to the next room. Despite all of Leon's caution, the room was pretty barren, save for a bizarrely large typewriter on the table. Or maybe regular sized, I don't know, I wasn't born in the 50s. Maybe someone's writing a novel? Wait a minute. The 50... Girl... I don't know about your timeline here. Maybe someone's writing a novel? I guess I'd try to be a writer too if it got me out of Blight Town, better frame rate edition. While I was dispensing first world judgment, Leon started typing away. Baffled, I looked over his shoulder. Perhaps he has Hemingway aspirations? Would explain the terseness. As it happens, he was simply typing a record of his time and location. He also mentioned professional mode and round 2, which I can only assume was spy lingo. I guess he's using the typewriter to let someone know his progress? Again, I can't tell if the orchestrator of this operation is extremely crafty or out of their damn mind. Probably the latter. After all, what better way to fright crazy than with better funded crazy? In any case, I hope our little SOS to the world reaches somebody. In the meantime, I guess we're moving on. Wow, is Leon really going to ignore that crate? You think you know a guy. Episode 8. Painting the Town Red. We found ourselves once again assailed by rain and darkness. All of a sudden, the relative safety of the previous room seemed worlds away. An unnervingly low vibration hung in the air, stirring in me a feeling of dread. Or maybe it was just the shrieks of bloodthirsty villagers that had me on edge. Either way, I followed as closely behind Leon as I could. Leon led me into a tower and started climbing up an uncomfortably tall ladder. So wait, he's got the guns and the muscles, and I'm the one going up second? Guess there's no sex discrimination around here. Hey, I know that reference! Ha! I get it. RE4 lore. Fine, if gentlemen are dead, so are proper ladies. I'm gonna check out his butt the whole way up. That'll show him. I mean, it's too dark to really see, but it's not like I deserve to see something so wonderful anyway. Oh, Ashley. Suddenly, and if we're being honest, expectedly, someone snatched me up and tossed me over their shoulder. I flailed and punched as wildly as an unfit 125-pound woman could, which admittedly wasn't much. Given the situation, I did what any damsel in very great distress would
Leon!
do. Hey, it's Leon. Please don't shoot my leg, Leon. Ow. I scrambled to my feet, eager to put some distance between me and Pablo the kidnapper. Okay, Ashley. When I looked at him, his body remained limp. I realized that it's insensitive to just call a random Spanish man Pablo, but screw Pablo, he was a cultist. What is it they say about insanity? It's doing the same thing and expecting different results. Sounds about right. I dedicated a little less time to admiring Leon's glutes and began climbing myself. It's really amazing what getting snatched by a cultist will do for one's fear of heights. Whew, what a climb. But not a bad idea to stick to higher ground and force them into a funnel. We should be moderately safe, right? It's not like they can throw the stuff this high. Right? I scanned the area below for any cultists with pitching aspirations.
Wait
Just
here.
then. Wait here? For what? My expiration date to pass? Rather than explain himself, Leon stoically leapt from our perch like he simply didn't believe in either gravity or leg fractures. He's got to have government implants in his legs. Got to! Which begs the question, what other parts of his body has the government enhanced? I'm asking for me. God. I hovered over the edge and squinted my eyes against the darkness, trying to watch for Leon's movements below. I wonder what his plan is. Shooting people. Not an original idea plan. Good Lord, Trinity. Shooting people. Not an original plan, but solid. Leon rushed past the villager as he wailed in pain, but the darkness made it difficult to see what was going on. What the hell did I just see? Were those worms coming out of his head? Calm down, Ashley. It's gonna be... Oh, sweet baby Jesus, it's not gonna be okay. My head is gonna be worms, and perhaps even worse, Leon's head is gonna be worms. I shakily look up and over the railing. I figured I was already scarred for life, so I might as well stay abreast of current events. The burst of light below drew my eyes rightward in search of Leon. As if on cue, some more of the villagers stumbled out from the shadows, weapons in hand. Granted, those weapons were more like farm tools, but semantics.
Te voy a hacer picadillo.
Picadillo sounds like an adorable name for a nosy armadillo, but it's probably something lame like, you're a mincemeat, as if anyone outside of cartoons even says mincemeat anymore. Amazingly, the cultist was only stunned by the blow. Rural folk are indeed hardy. My God, he's like Chuck Norris if Chuck Norris was actually hot. Leon ran back to the base of the tower and called up to me.
Follow me.
I don't usually like being told what to do, but for Leon, I'll make an exception. I approached the ladder and prepared to climb down, but then it occurred to me, how much longer will I have the luxury of attractive men catching me when I jump? Seems like a waste to just do things normally. Am I crazy? Whew. In hindsight, that was extremely dumb of me. Thank goodness for Leon's government implants, or he'd be a puddle. I mean, follow your dreams, Ashley. We ran behind the tower, down a dirt road. The whole area kind of reminded me of my great-grandmother, who had lived in a rural part of Wisconsin. Just swap torches for porch lights and crazed cultists for trashy druggies, and it's basically the same thing. Wisconsin? Thought that was West Virginia. I mean, they even have bear traps in the street. It's my childhood summers all over again. What's with the knife? Surely he's not going to... My eyes clamped shut in much the same way I feared the trap had closed around Leon's arm, fiercely. Whew. His delicious biceps are still tethered to his shoulder. Scared me half to death. Still, risking your own arm to conserve a bullet. I shudder to think of how the man budged groceries. We didn't get far before Leon put on the brakes and raised his weapon to the darkness. With the rain pelting me in the face, I could just make out the vague, doughy shape of a villager. I wonder if that cultist set the bear trap. Maybe that's how people snack brides around here. Wow, a bullet saved as a bullet's used, I guess. I'd say I'm blown away, but I think the other guy has me beat in that department. But there seemed to be a large gate at the end of the path. I could feel a surge of adrenaline in my legs as we approached. I didn't know what was on the other side, but anything had to be better than somehow worse Wisconsin. Okay, that's a lie, because there are a lot of things that could be worse, probably. Like, oh my lord, saddle! God have mercy on my soul! You know what, though? That's probably, like, an edit that belongs in my Osan appreciation group. I bet they would like that. No! Bad brain! No one would ever want to ride that saddle! Me gusta. Girl, please! I'm begging you.
Wait!
Jesus. A collision with Leon's shapely back muscles returned me to reality before I could dwell any longer on a much more awesome saddle. I could see the gate just ahead, blocked by a lone villager brandishing a torch. Maybe blocked is overselling it a little. He's a blockade in the same way that a traffic cone is a blockade for a twister. Yeah, that one worked out about as well as I expected. In the abstract, I felt sorry for the man. What kind of person was he? What were his dreams? We left last line of defense guy to his final moments of agony and rushed onward toward the gate. The only thing standing between us and hopefully escape was more bear traps, because if you can't stop people with torches, broken feet and tetanus is apparently the next best thing. Episode 9, Down in the Dumps. Oh yes, this part. The part of the story where Ashley dumpster dives. We passed through the wood gate into what looked like a small ranch. Leon ventured in cautiously and surveyed the area. Considering the church group he just demolished, it does seem conspicuously quiet here. There's a shed over there. Seems like a decent place to lay low while Leon clears the path. Maybe I'll suggest it. Oh shit. Hold on. Okay. Saving. How many save slots do I get? Excellent. Suddenly, and to my confusion, Leon turned toward a lonely open dumpster. My initial thought was that the mission coordinators had stored more of his supplies in the garbage. I wasn't sure if that constituted an upgrade from boxes. On one hand, metal is sturdier. On the other hand, garbage.
Hide!
Ashley, hide! Wait. What? Is this a joke? But then part of me knew it wasn't. My body shivered, shutting off generations of hygienic conditioning. I jumped inside without a second thought. I held my breath as the lid closed above me. As I scooted my body around, I was surprised to realize that the bin was bereft of garbage. Either rural Spain has pretty good sanitation management, or the villagers are too busy being crazy to throw their trash away. Although it doesn't change the fact that the only handsome man around had just ordered me to sit in a mushy waste bin in rural Europe with a parasite roaming around my guts. I don't want to say unwanted pregnancy metaphor, but unwanted pregnancy metaphor. God. I shifted uncomfortably in the dumpster. In this awkward crouch, my legs began to sober up from the adrenaline rush, only to discover that a whole lot of pain had moved in. Angered by the needling hurt, I couldn't help but lash out at everything that seemed responsible for my predicament. Angered by the needling hurt, I couldn't help but lash out at everything that seemed responsible for my predicament, excluding myself. Stupid saddle, stupid Klaus, stupid Jenna, stupid government class, stupid geopolitical dynamics. I took a deep breath and sighed. I'm getting too wound up. Oh, I know. I should do one of those meditative exercises that my life coach taught me. All right, here goes. Breathe in, breathe out. Breathe in. Okay, Ashley. You're on a beautiful beach. The sand is soft, sun-warmed, nestled between your toes. Your personal bodyguard is lounging nearby, baking his delicious abs to a golden sheen. Your personal butler appears in dashing attire, offering a comforting smile and a refreshing pina colada. This is starting to look like my high school daydreams now. Your personal dolphin trainer is putting on an adorable show with your personal dolphin Flippy, water spraying all over the trainer's rippling pecs. Fucking hell. Everything is wonderful. You have plenty of money. Nobody has worm heads. No! Oh, Jesus. It occurred to me then, amidst my fantasies, that Leon might finally be in danger. Or worse. Terrified by this prospect, I thought to peek out for a look, but I knew it would be just my luck that some stray cultist would walk by at that moment and see me. Instead, I placed my ear close to the wall of the bin, being careful not to get too close. It's too much to hope Saddle laced his parasite injection with some vaccines. I strained my ear, listening intently to the world outside my garbage sanctuary. I couldn't hear much at all, aside from the occasional thunderclap in the distance. That frightened me. I expected to at least hear some scuffles. But before the creeping terror of my savior's demise could ensnare my thoughts, the shrill sound of a gunshot burst into my eardrum. A somewhat morbid, but nonetheless comforting symbol of hope and salvation. Well, for me, anyway. Assured of Leon's survival, I resumed my effortful listening. Ooh. I heard a few more gunshots and some muffled screaming that gave the impression of someone falling from a far height. What kind of ass is Leon kicking out there? A series of thunderclaps prevented me from hearing any more. No sounds took their place as they faded, though. All was quiet on the Spanish front. I listened closely, my heart racing and eyes darting. Is Leon okay? Are the cultists gone? Can I get out of this godforsaken dumpster? What? Was that a whistle? Is he trying to signal that it's safe? I mean, I've only ever heard that whistle used to beckon someone. And by someone, I mean a pet. Not wanting to think too hard on the idea, I hastily threw open the lid of the bin and breathed deep. Thank God that's over, by the way. If I smell like rotten meat products, that's just too bad for Leon. Speaking of Leon, I scanned the area for him. It was difficult to see, but I found him by the light of stray lightning bolts, standing on what seemed like a bridge connected to the farmhouse. In that moment, his golden locks seemed to be rotten meat products. In that moment, his golden locks seemed like a beacon of a lighthouse shining fiercely against the cold black sea. He truly was poetry in motion. Well, it doesn't seem like he's making any move to jump down and escort me over here. I guess he did kill who knows how many people for my safety, so I'll cut him some slack and do some legwork. I hurried over to the farmhouse. On my way, I was surprised by the lack of bodies on the ground. It seemed impossible, but so did a lot of things. maybe the cultists are just literalists on the whole dust-to-dust concept. As I ran, I became poignantly aware of how insane this all was. People dying, and for what? Is it all just for politics? And who stands to gain? One power-hungry old man? Or is this bigger than Saddle? Bigger than any of us? What if this goes all the way to the Illuminati? Amidst my struggles to glimpse the machinations of this mad world, it didn't take long to reach Leon. My head snapped back like a piston when I heard some groans behind me. Are there still villagers out there? Someone resisting the siren call of dustiness? Maybe I should ask Leon if we're safe. And some other things. This is the one I want to ask. Before I could open my mouth to speak, Leon spun on his heels. Really? No, game, let me call Leon out. Shit. Before I could open my mouth to speak, Leon spun on his heels. I was a little disappointed, but in hindsight, the creepy sounds behind me were a tad bit more immediate. Leon leapt down from the bridge. I could see a ladder on the ground already. I'm just going to presume he kicked that down because he likes catching me so much. As I approached to jump myself, Leon raised his gun and looked directly at me. I could feel my cheeks flushing under his intense gaze. Realizing that he could easily see my lacy panties from this angle, I instinctively pulled at my skirt. I didn't really understand what Leon was doing, but the sudden self-consciousness called forth a common refrain in the lives of women.
You pervert!
He deserves it. A bullet whizzed by me and I realized, mortified, that there was a cultist behind me. But a sequel to Pablo the Kidnapper was nothing compared to the vortex of embarrassment rising up from my stomach. Why couldn't he just stay on the platform? I mean, whatever. Oh, then we wouldn't have this fantastic little bit of dialogue. For a moment, I thought it might be better if I just died alongside the cultist, but then he began to collapse on top of me and I rediscovered the will to live. Oh god, he's starting to dissolve on me. Ew! Jump, jump! If Leon's upset about the pervert comment, he's certainly not letting it impact his professionalism. I wish dudes on the train were half so gracious. I inspected my clothes to check that I didn't get too much cultist dust on me. Also, I know I didn't pay attention in chemistry class, but now I'm thinking I really didn't pay attention in chemistry class. There was another giant wooden gate in front of us, once again guarded by bear traps. I see the creativity well has run pretty dry in these parts. Okay, so we're playing Leapfrog now? Not exactly the back-touching opportunity I was expecting. Oh, wait! He must not think that we can just go through this gate, so he must want me to climb over it? Oh, that's probably it. Go me! He could have saved us some trouble by just talking like a normal person. I swear it's like he believes the strong silent type is an actual personality. I need to think about whether that's stupidly sexy or just stupid. I hurriedly climbed onto his back. He struggled briefly to push me up, but managed to straighten out completely, raising me several inches higher. Muscles. I reached for the top edge of the gate and hoisted myself over, wishing that Leon's muscles had some sort of sharing plan. With a great effort, I managed to pull myself to the top of the gate and swung my legs over. No one can catch me this time. You can do this, Ashley. 1, 2, 3. I hit the ground pretty hard, no doubt scuffing my boot and tearing a ligament. Still, could be worse. Could have worn my high heels. Boy, that would be the real nightmare. Fortunately, there were lanterns around the door, although that left me a bit paranoid about who had lit them and whether they were still prowling around. There was a large plank covering the door, but I easily pushed it up into the side.
I opened it, Leon.
I opened it, Leon, I whispered, trying to avoid undue attention. Leon opened the door, as cool and serious as ever. I happily fell behind him as we ran forward. Admittedly, I missed him in those 10 seconds. Or maybe I just missed his safety. I don't know. Clarity is a scarce resource right now. The only thing I really know is that I'd like this little vacation to conclude just a little more quickly. Episode 10, Cabin in the Woods. Okay, good. So this part does include meeting Luis Serra. I know I keep saying that, but high school me was done with Leon's shit. Louis Serra's where it's at. With Leon and I reunited, we continued our forward march. After a few seconds of jogging, we came to a rickety bridge. To my surprise, the merchant was waiting
Got
beside
a
it.
selection of good things on sale, stranger.
Wait, didn't we last see this guy in that underground passage? How exactly did he get ahead of us? The logical answer is that the mission coordinators had Leon and the merchant man take different paths in order to reduce suspicion. Granted, not sure how much faith I have in logic these days. But it would explain their communication strategy.
What are you selling?
Yeah. Bizarre as it all was, I appreciated that... Okay. Ooh, scared me for a second. She's talking about her actual dad. Not kink shaming, just saying. Bizarre as it all was, I appreciated that Daddy was going to such lengths in order to rescue me without creating a controversy. He doesn't have a lot of political capital right now. Surely that's the reason for all this recon work, right? Please, God, let me be right about something good for once.
Come back any time.
Leon and the merchant finished their bartering, and we resumed running down the rest of the bridge. Leon stopped abruptly in the middle of the bridge, turning his attention to the radio buzzing on his hip.
I'd rather not hear it.
While Leon took in what I assumed was, at best, inconvenient news, I looked back down the bridge to see the merchant still standing there. He seemed so detached, like a statue, or Steven Seagal. Huh. Action man Steven Seagal. Actually, Leon reminds me a lot of Steven Seagal now that I think about it. I want to say it's his eyebrows, but it's probably just the general air of my first language is bullets. I don't know if that makes him a good man or a dangerous man, but when you've been marked for death, the fact that he's hard to kill is enough to give a girl a fire down below.
Great. Got it.
God have mercy. I looked back at Leon, who didn't seem very happy about the news update. I thought to ask him what happened, but he immediately resumed running down the bridge. Blasts of lightning illuminated an old cabin at the end of the bridge. My hope was that it was a safe house for the operation. Ashley is thirsty, so we don't have to be. Blasts of lightning illuminated an old cabin at the end of the bridge. My hope was that it was a safe house for the operation. My expectation was closer to a cultist slumber party. Darn it! I said I wanted to be right about something good for once! Good! Maybe we can, go back the other way, you know? Group up with the merchant, buy a rocket launcher. Oh, come on! Hey, wait. What happened to the merchant? Did they swallow him with their organized rage? Did he escape before they absorbed his polygons? Realizing that our peril was a tad more immediate, I looked to Leon in a panic.
What are we gonna do, Leon?
I hate to say it, but we're sandwiched all right. Quick, in that cabin!
I certainly didn't want to be an Ashley sandwich, so I sprinted as fast as my tired legs could manage. Okay, hold on a second. I'm going to go boop, 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 vocals. Make that a little bit louder. Her little dance. Leon reached the door first and smashed it open, being sure to first scan the room with his gun drawn. His commitment to protocol under pressure is pretty admirable. As the villagers descended upon us, Leon yanked me into the room and slammed the door. I knew we needed to secure the door somehow, but I was at a loss, so I just left it up to him. Then, from behind us, a voice rang out, energetic and clear.
Leon!
Leon! How rude! Just hurling planks of wood at unexpecting people. It's a good thing I honed Leon's reflexes. Oh yeah, with the Get away from me! We both swiveled around to see who was behind us. Leon didn't immediately draw his gun, so I figured we were relatively safe as the lone man strutted toward us.
Small world, eh?
Am I supposed to know this guy? Because I'd like to.
Well,
What? For fuck's... Come on. Gotta say, English is so much sexier when filtered through Spanish. I really have to watch myself with this one. I bet it's super easy to get on his path. Ashley, stop. Unconcerned by friend and foe alike, Leon moved to bar the door. All the while, the Metro Cowboy and I began a showdown with only our eyes as weapons. Wait, no sparkles? No bubbles? What's going on? Is he gay too? I wasn't sure why my bubbles were broken, but my concern faded away as his eyes openly and salaciously explored my body. He must be searching for just the right compliment to lure me into his Spanish wilds. For fun.
I see that the president's equipped his daughter with ballistics, too.
God. Yeah, my lips are supple, aren't they? Wait. What? I'm basically America's princess, and my boobs are the only thing worth mentioning? I guess we know now where all the cowboys have gone. To shit. Seriously, I am so pissed right now. Bruh. Leon? That was good. Damn it, I wish I had a clip of that. Seriously, I am so pissed right now. Just because I'm an incubator of evil doesn't mean my body is every man's plaything. You tell him, Ashley, yes. Fight back. I fight back against the patriarchy. Yeah, you want to see some ballistic, Spanish man? Well, you just stepped on America's nuclear arsenal.
How rude! And I don't believe there's any relevance with my figure and my standing.
Yes, girl, tell him. Not the most forceful reproach, but I tried to keep it diplomatic. It's like Daddy always says, never burn a bridge until you see hell on the other side.
Who are you?
I demanded. If there's one thing debate club taught me, it's to always hide your disadvantage by turning the conversation away from yourself.
Oh, excuse me, Your Highness.
Pervert.
Perhaps the young lady might want to introduce herself first before asking someone his name.
Touche, you inglorious bastard. In true debate team spirit, I must begrudgingly concede the point, but not without a sassy retort.
Her name's Ashley Graham, the president's daughter.
Yeah, tell him. Confused as to why I referred to myself in the third person, I looked away angrily to pretend that I didn't just say something really stupid. My sharp turn hopefully had the collateral effect of letting him know that I hadn't forgiven him his slight. You give men like him an inch and they'll take your virginity. I would know.
Is she... well, you know.
Don't worry. She's cool.
She's cool. I appreciate that Leon's trying to be encouraging. I much less appreciate feeling like I'm some kind of circus freak who's on the verge of growing a wormhead. And for the record, I am not over the wormhead, and I will not be over the wormhead anytime soon.
Never mind. It's supposed to be some kind of obvious symptom
Aspeton.
before you
Astaban. Shit, I snorted. Aw, damn it. Very uncool, Trinity. There's supposed to be some kind of obvious symptom before you turn into one of them anyway. Is he talking about the parasite? Newsflash, mi amigo, the symptom is freaking wormhead. I'm not sure why El Jerko is so informed about the current situation, but maybe I should ask him a few questions. Up. I got this. Should I be smart about this? Or should I just, like, lean heavy on the Otome? Fuck it, I already made a save file. Just as I was about to probe that mystery, my gaze turned in horror to the villagers who were descending on the cabin. Damn it! It won't let me! Okay, let me see if it's different. Let's see. Nope, guess not. My gaze turned in horror, blah blah blah.
Look,
Now that I think about it, they have taken a really long time to walk what was seriously like 30 feet. I'd almost think they were zombies.
Ashley, upstairs.
Following Leon's command, I made my way toward the stairs. Before I ascended entirely, I took a brief glance back at my gun-toting haughty saviors. Good luck, Leon. Me gusta. And you too. Hey, wait a second! He forced me to introduce myself and then didn't return the courtesy. Men. Episode 11. Cabin Fever. Once upstairs, I found a bureau and huddled inside. Adrenaline was coursing through my body, but with no way to expand it. Adrenaline was coursing through my body, but with no way to expend it, I became nervous and fidgety. In an effort to distract myself, I pressed my ear close to the bureau door and listened carefully. Huh, deja vu. At least it's not a garbage bin. Will Leon and Antonio really be able to deal with all those villagers? His name's not Antonio. Ashley, please. I guess we'll find out who's got the better plot armor. With the prospect of untimely demise on my mind, I couldn't help but feel guilty for what I had said to El Niño. Sure, likening my breasts to violent weapons was questionable, but I could appreciate that he was trying to lighten the mood. A little levity is welcome next to Leon's relentless gravitas. And to be fair, I was checking him, too. Maybe I should apologize, assuming we survive. Oh shit, I blurted out when the pounding began. I know my exquisite instructor would... Exquisite? Really? I know my etiquette instructor... Woo! Maybe I need a drink. Oh shit, I blurted out when the pounding began. I know my etiquette instructor would be mortified to hear me say that, but screw her, she was never attacked by zombie cultists. Okay, Ashley, just calm down. Everything's gonna be fine. In times of great duress, it is prudent to relax the mind with calming imagery. Just like before. Breathe in, breathe out, breathe in. You are in a serene forest, untouched by mankind. Wisps of honeysuckle tickle your nose. A delightful, ceaseless warbling glides down from the branches and caresses your ears. Nice ass, though. You are accompanied by your bodyguard, who is well equipped for the journey. The only thing taunter than his bicep is his trusty hunting bow, with which he will stave off your enemies and your hunger. And also in your company is a handsome lumberjack who excels at chopping wood. Both his axe and his chest glisten with the dew of the forest. Why? In your periphery, you spot a weird elf larper fiddling with his master sword. You pretend to ignore his lustful gaze while admiring his high cheekbones. Suddenly, a forest sprite appears. He leaps quickly between the branches, daring you to catch a glimpse of his tight pants. The sensation of joy permeates your being. Your GPA is higher than Jenna's. I don't know jack or shit about hunting bows, but that does not look like a very good hunting bow. The sensation of joy permeates your being. Your GPA is higher than Jenna's. Nobody has worm heads. Repeat, nobody has worm heads. Uh-oh. Sounds like someone crashed downstairs. Did the villagers manage to breach the door, or maybe the windows? Listening closely, I could barely make out voices. You know, now that I think about it, we're in someone's house. Are we the intruders? What if this is the cultist community center? Property violations are such a messy legal territory.
It's like everyone in the whole village is here.
Yummy. Well, I guess you can't intrude when there's no one left to intrude upon. A stream of gunshots sounds from downstairs. I moved progressively closer. Oh god, are they coming upstairs?
Leon, upstairs.
Fabio. Jesus, I have really got to ask Leon for one of his guns.
Hey, what are you trying to kill me?
I held my breath and covered my ears as more gunshots were fired just outside of the bureau. It's dry firing. It breaks almost all compounds and some recurs. Drawing a bow without an arrow can do that? Wow. Learn new things every day. Flash grenades in this tiny space? That can't be good for Leon's beautiful eyes. Did you send those invitations? I told you no more than 50 people. Pumpkin whip or gallows humor? I guess we'll know shortly. Gunshots persisted for another minute, and I half expected to go deaf from all the noise. Goodness. But then, without any warning, everything went quiet. The gunshots ceased, and I could hear footsteps descending the stairs. Propelled by curiosity, I peeked outside the bureau. Some bloodstains on the ground, but otherwise it was clear. I'm just so impressed by how the cultists disappear. So eco-conscious. I jumped out of the bureau and made my way downstairs. I found Leon and my forest hero conversing on the first floor. I was amazed that both men had survived and somehow looked none the worse for wear.
So, what do we do now?
Is his name just permanently Antonio now?
The bridge I crossed to get here's out, so I guess we have no choice but to keep moving.
Dat hair. The bridge is out? What, did they burn it behind them? Also, how does he know that already?
I forgot something. You guys go on ahead.
What? Oh yeah, I remember
Louis.
this part. I remember this part of the game. I was like, no, Luis, don't go! Please! I need someone else who can fight. So the Spaniard's name is Luis, huh? Too bad. Javier was really groaning on me. But at least now I can stop with the horrible racial epithets. I wonder what Luis's story is. He seems forlorn for the playboy type. I like a man who subverts expectations. We watched Luis walk away into the night. I glanced at Leon, who seemed rather solemn himself. How does he know Luis anyway? That guy doesn't seem like an agent. So much intrigue and drama. I feel like my brain is going to pop. Although that might just be the ringing from all the gunshots. Yeah, I mean, fair enough. Episode 12. The Sound of Silence. With everyone but us gone, an unnerving quiet descended upon the cabin. The whole place felt painfully lonely. And if Leon shared my sentimentality, it certainly wasn't reflected in his reload. I followed behind him, because really, what else was I supposed to do? Still, I couldn't help but look back toward the bridge and wonder if I'd ever see Luis again. Hey, wait a second. This bridge isn't out! With the immediate danger behind us, Leon hustled around the area, grabbing convenient stores of ammo sitting atop crates and logs. Kinda like Christmas, as imagined by the NRA. With spoils in tow, we headed toward the back gate where the villagers had flooded in from. Merchant man, you're alive! What? Leon approached the man, as if it were the most natural thing in the world for him to be there, pawning his wares.
Got some rare things on sale, stranger.
Is he in cahoots with the villagers? Is that why they allowed him to move about so freely? I don't want to believe that, so let's tap the old fallback plan. Magic. Oh, I feel a portmanteau coming on.
Stranger. Now that's a weapon.
There it is. Jinja. You know, like a genie ninja? It's the perfect foil to an evil wizard.
Not enough cash, stranger.
In seriousness, I'm a little overwhelmed by all these men and their mysteries. It's starting to be less Loretta Chase and more Agatha Christie. Wait, don't most people die in Agatha Christie novels?
Come back anytime.
Clearly finished dealing with Jinja, Leon proceeded into a small shed just off to the side. There was another one of those typewriters in the room. Without a hitch, Leon began typing away just like before. The documents lying next to it were a nice touch. Made it seem like an actual typewriter, not government spy tech. Which it had to be, right? Leon started to pore over the documents like they mattered. I'm glad he's feeling dutiful enough to read stuff, because the only paper I want to see in front of me is a joint. I wonder if I really focus. Woo! Witness the power! Time to show me what you've got, Leon. His hair really is amazing. Perfect cut and seemingly immune to grease, blood, and other unmentionables. On to the next thing. Shoulders. You know, I hope catching me isn't straining his shoulders too much. Back. The desire to touch his back is overwhelming. It's basically finger porn. No, wait, let me look at your butt! Oh. That's not fair! Oh God, Leon is looking right at me. Was I staring at him too lustily? And more importantly, does he mind? He looked like he was ready to move on, so I scooted out of his way. Hopefully I just looked like I was zoning out. Damn it, Leon, what are you thinking? His mind is a complete puzzle to me. I wish he'd throw me a bone. Not the master of unlocking over here. I followed close behind as we left the shed and glanced at Jinja as we walked by. Mainly, I wanted to quietly assure him that he wasn't out of the running yet. I might have winked, I don't recall. Not that it mattered much. The blue wisps that caressed his hood revealed only an unwavering gaze. They say eyes are a window to the soul, but whoever wrote that forgot to mention that glass can be tinted. Oblivious to my romantic turmoil, Leon forged ahead to a small room embedded in the gate that contained a single lever. The lever only moved left or right, presumably corresponding to the two sides of the gate. I assumed we had to make a choice. Well, if anyone cares about my opinion around here, I'd choose... boop, 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 boop. Wait. Oh, hell. Fuck it, let's go. Leon picked the right path before I could say anything. I certainly hope it lives up to his name. Oh, I guess it doesn't even matter. Well, I for one can't wait for it to turn out to be a death trap. Who needs to be safe for more than 10 minutes? Not Ashley Graham, that's who. Episode 13. Two roads diverged in a wood. Maybe he picks the opposite of what you want? Maybe. The door connected to another outside area that resembled a valley. Oh, geez. Wait. Is this the part where... Oh. See? You should have gone my way. This way sucks. The steep slopes and network of wooden fixtures gave me the impression of a dam, or at least some kind of funneling structure. That's probably a bad thing. We broke into a run, aiming for the wooden partition in front of us. The area was deathly silent, which I hoped meant we were safe, but given our luck so far, it was probably the exact opposite. Because the universe loves nothing more than malicious irony, a massive thud landed somewhere behind us, and of course it won't let me read it. Hey look, the physical embodiment of my regrets! Also, what kind of monster? Oh no. Are you fucking kidding me right now? I mean, I guess if you have the Sprite. Man, I know I like alphas when I'm on my period, but come on! No! Stop! Have mercy! Forcing myself back to reality, I pushed aside the immediate questions about how such a monstrosity could exist, or why I kinda liked the ripped shorts look. As my mind entered pure survival mode, I employed my other newfound ability, pointing out objects in the environment for Leon to shoot at. Looking upwards, I saw a boulder precariously perched on some wooden planks. It seemed oddly convenient, but I wasn't about to look to gift rock in the, sediment? Bad metaphor.
Leon!
I shouted, pointing at the boulder. It was an entirely vague command, but I figured he'd work it out, what with his passion for body language and busting wood. Aw yeah! I don't know if Leon thought it was super obvious, but I really appreciate the professionalism of indulging my very marginal contributions. As the boulder came tumbling down on the, well, whatever the hell it was, we took the opportunity to run toward the gate. Naturally, because this was every bit the death trap I feared it would be, the door was layered in more chains than the vice president's sex dungeon, which is like the worst kept secret in Washington, by the way. With nothing else to do aside from panic, I turned my gaze back toward the monster. Partly to monitor its recovery, but mostly because it was just so damn ugly. Thankfully, it seems I can look at it safely from this distance without the parasite hacking my hormones. Now that I look at it, it kind of seems like a crossover between Quasimodo, the Hulk, and a toxic waste dump. Although that's not a bad idea for a slash fic. I'll store that one away for later. In the meantime, I should give this big boy a name. Labeling your trauma is the first step to a successful recovery. Let's see. His most notable feature outside of being an abomination is that he's tall, like a venti-sized cup of evil. But then, I know better than to overestimate a man's size, so grande it is. Well, there's no need to get all huffy about it. A grande by any other name would still look just as putrid. Oh, right. I kind of forgot that you're Satan's toe jam and that I am about to evacuate my bowels in terror. Silly me. Leon! I hurled my gaze like a wet sack at Leon, hoping rather desperately that he had made some kind of progress on the door. You know, with a gun. And instead, I found him kicking the chains. At first I thought the sight of the creature had driven him insane, because who seriously thinks they can break padlocks with their feet? But then the chains fell away, and I remembered that insanity is nature's lockpick. Fuggles. As the creature began storming toward us, we bolted through the newly opened door. On the other side were some small makeshift houses, which is overselling what was really just dog houses tailored to human height. Subsidized housing, man! Leon grabbed ye old key. Leon ran into the narrow opening that might be loosely called an entrance, swiping a chunk. Get it? Yeah. And some ammo from inside. Probably a good idea considering this building is about 60 seconds away from being demolished. Speaking of which, I wonder how Tall, Pale, and Ugly is faring with that barrier. And we're off. For reasons known only to God and maybe the government, Leon refused to run any faster than a jog. I know girls like a man who seems coolly disinterested, but this is a little extreme. Gah, another gate! Is this how immigrants feel? I'll never support border control again. Ashley, girl, filter please. Or, maybe a moral compass. The creature was mere feet behind us. It was over. It was going to trample Leon into a beautiful pulp and keep me as a Barbie doll to nibble my sweet little toes. Channeling his essential badass, Leon spun on his heels to make a final stand against the encroaching death tank. Wow, we're not crushed? Aw yeah, take that, you cold froth! No one messes with Ashley Graham's bodyguard. Looking at Grande's pitiful gesticulations, I was somehow reminded of the fear and desperation I saw on Jenna's face after Klaus flashbanged her. Oh well, it's like my lit professor said, it's not a theme until it happens thrice. As Grande wrestled with the pain of absorbing a magnum bullet through its corneas, I thought we might take this opportunity to bolt, but Leon held firm. It's almost like he expects something else to happen. Something else is definitely going to happen, right? Knowing our luck, he's probably going to transform. If that's the case, could he at least have the decency to molt into something attractive? sprouted from Grande's back like some blackhead from hell. What just happened? Why did my eyes go dark? Wow, nice art. Better to suffer the darkness of sight than the darkness of spirit, don't you think? Who are you? I don't remember inviting any other protagonists to my monologue channel. You don't know who you know who I am. Well, you kinda look like me, except I usually don't look that good unless beer goggles are involved. You have always doubted yourself, always turned your gaze away from struggles you could not overcome. You need only look within to find the soil from which I sprout. Yeah, I'm not following. Your mind was ripping at the seams, dearest Ashley. Bearing witness to such unspeakable horror is overwhelming your psyche. I'm the taut thread of your innocence, the last bastion of your goodness. So, I'm schizophrenic? Great, as if my dating life weren't already in the hole. I don't think that's what that means. But, okay, Ashley, continue your Ashliness. What you are is a victim of father's singular ambition, of a mother's relentless pragmatism. Are you not in this very moment moored to the tide of their carelessness? Are you trying to say it's my parents' fault that I'm the target of a Spanish cult? I mean, I blame them for plenty of things, but they didn't make me get in Klaus's car. Are the people who slickened the stairs not at fault when you tumbled down? Listen, whoever you are, or whatever you are, Lashley. What? Pardon? Lashley. That is the name you're giving me in your heart. Okay, Lashley, can we rain check this conversation? Leon's probably doing cool stuff, and I need to keep the flame kindled. You know what I'm saying? Very well. Just remember, no relationship lasts longer than the one with yourself. Do not neglect it for an illusion. Okay, geez, you're worse than John. Fortunately, because the whole alter ego business happened on a synaptic level, only about 2 seconds had passed in the real world. From the relative safety of Leon's back, I turned over a dozen questions in my mind. Does extreme physical duress cause the parasite to expose itself? Does it just need a breath of fresh air away from the fetid smog that is Grande's body? I mean, really, look at that skin. Corpses are not loofahs, pal. Oh, hey, what's that shiny thing up there? Treasure? Focus, Ashley. Oh, right, sorry. Racked with pain and or embarrassment at its lack of hygiene, Grande collapsed to its knees. Leon stood firm and coolly reloaded his gun, as if bored by the whole exchange. Because in his world, toppling a giant merits as much attention as cooking SpaghettiOs. But before I could exercise my right to flee like a coward, Leon did something that I did not expect, nor could mentally understand. He holstered his gun and took out his knife. I'd barely formulated the why in my brain before Leon dashed away at full sprint. Needless to say, morbid curiosity kept me stationary. Simulation? Uh-oh. Is something supposed to be happening? Am I missing something important? Should I click on this? I guess I just need to wait. Simulation. Ah, here it goes. Doing his best pantomime of a crazed rodeo clown, Leon nimbly ascended Grande's back and began assault on reason, safety, and the whole enterprise of dermatology. Ah, boy. Is there something else I'm supposed to be doing here? I don't. I seem to have hit a snag. What a place to be stuck at, though. Oh, Jesus, God. broke out of it. I winced as Leon began slashing away at the zit spider with powerful, deliberate strokes. However, this does give me a great idea for a reality TV show, Dr. Pimple Popper. I'll definitely be making some phone calls. It was cooler than this. Fair enough. Maybe I just need to keep rapidly pushing the next button. Maybe I just need to be patient. Grande writhed in what would have sounded to me like pain if I hadn't already forsaken the creature in my heart. Exploiting this moment of weakness, as all beautiful men are wont to do, Leon began to serenade Grande with a lullaby. Powerless before Leon's velvety baritone, Grande collapsed into his slumber like a tired puppy. Ha, just kidding, he just shot him again. At the apex of Grande's flailing, his body went weirdly rigid. I've played enough Pokemon to know that he's probably gearing up for a desperate final attack. I'll just imagine that he heard me. Grande's body, much like the cultists, began to decay immediately, which seemed cool at first, you know, because who really wants to clean up 1,000 pounds of unwashed dad bod? But then I thought that his body dust might end up flowing through the dam and into the local water supply. Major ew. American tap water isn't the greatest, I'll admit, but by Jove, it's not laced with particles of evil. Leon stepped forward as Grande became so much dirt and, pillaged the gold bars? Leon plundered the booty. Am I seeing this right? I know I shouldn't be surprised by that, but seriously, was Saddle feeding him gold? No wonder the old bastard needs all that cheddar. It's basically minion mix. Leon casually inspected Grande's golden remains and then stuffed them in his pockets. Kinda funky, not gonna lie. Makes me want to bathe in Purell. So wait, dissolved cold just like the cultists. That's gotta mean Grande was infected with a parasite too, right? And if you kill the parasite, the host dies with it? Okay now, Ashley. Put those anime tears on hold for a sec. No need to jump to conclusions. Maybe Grande was a special case. I mean, was he ever even a man? I'm not necessarily screwed yet. Maybe there's still time to find a cure. And who's to say I'll turn into that? I like that it's just a picture of his butt. There's supposed to be some obvious symptom before you turn into one of them anyway. Right, a symptom. What kind of symptoms have I had? I coughed up the blood, and then there's the bubbles, and... Oh my god, Lashley, are you the symptom? Get out of me, you filth! Breathe, Ashley. I am a symptom, yes, of a world that teeters between chaos and cruelty. I do not speak for your vital organs. Well, okay, I guess you would know. Just give me a heads up if you feel any, corrupting influence. I surely will. I looked back as we ran onward, fearful that Grande would rise from the dead, because at this point, why not? But there was nothing, save for the careless whisper of the wind. I coveted that wind, I suppose. Now he uses the gun? Son of a bitch, Leon. Men have no right to say women are mysteries when they've got guys like this on their team. Not that that impairs my attraction. If anything... Sometimes stupid and cute are enough. Just ahead of us was a door, exactly like the one we entered. Leon was as unhurried as ever, but given what we just survived, I was glad for the breather. Grande, maybe in the Grande, maybe in the next life you can be worthy of your ripped shorts. In the meantime, rotten hell. Leave! Episode 14. Gondola. Wait, I read that wrong. Definitely. I inwardly sighed as the gate shut behind us, relieved to put that dam in the hopefully forever past. Against the backdrop of our recent ordeal, the relative peacefulness of this new area was quite striking. In the tapered whispering of the evening wind, I found some meager respite. Yeah, that sounded good. Leon pushed boldly ahead, seemingly unfazed by tranquility and terror alike. Such endurance. I'm starting to believe the man is a literal Adonis, and that's fine by me. We ascended a hill and came to an area that seemed like a cliffside. To the left, there was a precarious stone bridge leading to an imposing door, the exit, very likely, of the other path I thought we should have taken. I did wonder, however morbidly, what was over there. Surely it had to be better than Grande and the Funnel of Doom. Oh well, water over the cliff now, I guess. I'm just happy we made it this far. Situated between the paths was a large gate, adorned by a mask with one glowing red eye. Leon So, wait a minute! So I did choose the right path! Yeah, screw all y'all. Screw you, Leon. But then I guess we wouldn't have had that whole chapter, huh? Leon inspected the emblem briefly, and then moved away toward a trail sloping off to the left. I guess puzzles don't interest you much when you yourself are a puzzle. Oh, no. At the top of the stairs, we stepped onto a gondola loading platform embedded in the mountainside. Love the patchwork steel metal aesthetic they've got going. Really reminds you of crippling poverty. The gondola cars moved up and down the line, so innocently committed to their electric destiny. It reminded me a lot of the American Rust Belt, charming as an idea in a third world sort of way. It's a little rude. Fortunately, us coastal elites are much too savvy to ever get on such an obvious death trap. Oh my god. Wait for me, Leon! Okay, so we're on a rickety old gondola car, suspended who knows how many feet over the Spanish abyss. But it's cool. We're cool. It's not like anybody else would be riding this thing at this time of night, right? What does your heart tell you, Ashley? Not nearly as much as that rifle. I wish I could see what was going on. Close your eyes. If you want to truly see, you must forego sight. I'm hip to that. Aside from Leon, sight hasn't done me a whole lot of good so far. Shh. Let us focus. Behold. What the fuck? Unlike most Otome, this man has nipples. Yum. 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 Yum, 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 yum. Yum. Wait a second, I was talking about what Leon was shooting at. The eyes nourish the mind. Would you really prefer poison to wine? Well, No, it's just... I don't like your trickster ways, Lashley. Very well. Back to the reality you so crave. Oh, looks like I missed round 1. I mean, Leon's probably got it under control, so... Hey, Lashley? Say no more. Aw, yeah. If this is my innocent side, call me a saint. But it's just Leon again. Ashley, open your eyes. Seriously, you're the one who put these images in my mind. Don't even... Oh, Jesus! Well, it's one way to do it. Uh-oh. What happened? Am I alive? Well, more alive than that guy. I'll give Leon credit. He knows the right way to avenge a woman's honor, which is swiftly. Still, it's kind of horrible watching people fall into the Spanish abyss. What's at the bottom, I wonder? It's probably trees, but I hope it's a whole bunch of grandes ready to eat the fuckers. Now, on stable ground, I took inventory of my pain. Yes, seems like a pretty good amount. I'm lucky that my face is free of hatchets. Sure, but gratitude is a poor substitute for Tylenol. Leon turned toward me with some kind of canister in hand. Are we gonna graffiti their gondola? Because I am feeling exactly that spiteful. Whoa, whoa, why is he aiming that at me? What is this, pesticides to keep the bugs from eating my battered flesh? Weird, it smells like plants. Like pot plants. Not that I would know anything about pot, or have experience with any pot panics. All of a sudden, there's a tingling feeling in my head, but I can feel the throb starting to get far away. And I feel like Chuck, oh my god, this is pot. Wow. I'm feeling like really good. Like so good that I almost forgive that axe-hurling madman. I mean, he was just doing what his heart told him to do. Would I really be any different? Would any of us? We moseyed over to a long staircase headed downward and proceeded, not surprisingly, in that direction. We continued along the path at the bottom and soon came upon, who else? Jinja. Am I sober now?
Got a
all of sudden?
selection of good things on sale, stranger.
So not only did he beat us down here, but he somehow did so while also carting around boxes of ammo. And what the hell with these torches? Aren't they collapsible? I think I'm becoming attracted to this man based purely on his mysteriousness. Surely that's not healthy. Neither are macaroons, and by God, I love those little morsels. Leon wrapped up pretty quickly with Jinja, but I guess we already did see him like 30 minutes ago. We resumed our jog down the path and soon ran into another door, not unlike the ones in the village. Naturally, we proceeded without any concern for our safety. Episode 15. Who cut the big cheese? Oh, for fuck's sake. Come on. Now, you know what? It don't matter. Would you take a look at that? It's a forest! Oh, I guess. Boop. Oh, hey, that reminds me of playing that song Dark Black Forest on DDR. It's a long way to go, honey, he said. Oh, wait a minute. Yeah, I don't know this song. Dark Black Forest. Well, now it's gonna bother me. Dark Black Forest DDR. Okay. I'm just gonna pretend that I sang this. Soon the narrow path fanned out into a dead end, featuring a solitary ramshackle. What? Oh.
Into the dark, black forest.
Very good. Soon the narrow path fanned out into a dead end, featuring a solitary ramshackle warehouse-type place. I bet 10 Spanish dollars that they keep the cultist Kool-Aid here. That's why we've come, right? To find an antidote to the evil within? Hey, no referencing other horror games. As we approached the door of the building, I swallowed hard, trying to fight back the encroaching sense of loneliness and dread radiating hardcore from this place. Still, I tried to seem brave, if only for Leon's sake.
You better stay outside. Ashley, go hide.
Yeah.
Well, that's a load off. Time to cower! There wasn't exactly a ton of hiding spots, and I thought it unwise to back myself into a corner, so I nestled myself between a nearby tree and some weird log shed. From my excessively dingy cover, I watched Leon carefully open the door and become one with the darkness. I wonder what Leon's going in there for. Maybe to meet another secret agent? But that doesn't explain why I have to hide. Oh, unless he thinks they might double-cross him. Drama. At the same time, it seems pretty dangerous to leave me out here, in the open, in the middle of the forest, in the dead of night. Oh crap, I just remembered I am vulnerable and terrified. Man, I never thought I would miss the dumpster. Garbage sanctuary! What is that? Oh my god, the building is on fire. I mean, wow, I didn't know backstabbings happened that quick outside of General Hospital. I didn't really want to leave my hiding place, but I was also afraid of what attention a flaming warehouse might draw among the saddlebound. Bereft of good ideas, I moved to the other side of the shed and desperately wished I could curl into a morph ball and just roll out of there. Instead, I squatted intensely and watched nervously for any sign of Leon. Each passing second burned away a little more of the rope of my hope. My hope rope, you might say. For a moment, I was petrified by the thought that Leon had been murdered. Part of me really wishes I had Lashley's soothing mental imagery right now, but considering why she's in remission, I should probably stay vigilant. Listening more closely, I could hear noise coming from the warehouse. It sounded like bullets and shrieking. A rather unholy medley, but if signals a struggle, then that means Leon's alive. Give him hell, Leon! Because otherwise, yeah, I'm dead. Another few minutes passed, and eventually the sounds dissipated. I took a chance and ran up to the building, trying to hear better while avoiding first-degree burns. I heard something collapse, but it wasn't from the inside. I peeked over the corner to the side of the building. I half expected to see Jinja standing there. Actually, did Jinja know about this? Did he tip off the secret agent? Is he the secret agent? Did he teleport into the building? Is it the code? Is that the source of his power? So many questions. As if to undercut my mounting anxiety, Leon tumbled through a hole in the siding and rolled coolly to his feet.
Are you okay?
Oh my gosh, Leon is safe! I'm safe! Woo! Take that, Jinja, you potential traitor! I ran up to Leon, who looked a little scuffed and bruised. Good look on a man, I might add. Shows character. Maybe I should inquire further about the preceding incidents. You know, so that he knows I'm thinking about him. Boop, 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 boop. Motherfucker. Okay, well, maybe I'll ask later. Probably for the best, considering that the building is smoking more than the 50s. Episode 16, The Egg, the Bass, and Other Things. We made our way back to the gondola station, but before boarding, Leon turned his gaze to the towering silhouette looming over the darkness. Is that a castle? It's huge. So huge that I am not sure how I missed it before. Right. Anyway, it'd be nice if someone there could help us. Like a prince. A rich, handsome, filthy fucking rich prince. Ooh! Ooh! What if Luis is actually a prince? Like, he became disenchanted by wealth and decided to commit his life to the people after he realized they had been denied the luxuries he had so long taken for granted. Like light bulbs. Sounds a little hokey when I think about it, but I'm sure Lashley would say something like, better to indulge an innocent myth than a cruel truth. Rest in peace, his weird side of me. Leon sure looks nice. Wisps of fog only accentuate his excellent jawline. And his arms, so smooth and defined. It's not often you find a guy who can balance muscle and metro. I wonder what else he keeps shaved. Dirty thoughts. Sure is quiet without the threat of assault. Might not get many opportunities like this to chat with Leon. Maybe he'll talk to me about something, but what? Hey, Leon. Boop, 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 boop. About that explosion, about Luis, about the merchant, about that spray, about my rescue. Well, listen. I'm headed down a certain path. But I do kind of want to ask about the spray. So, if you don't mind me asking, how do you know Luis? Is he another agent? No, he's just an ex-cop, or he says he is. Found him in a dresser a few hours ago. He was in a dresser? Wow, Luis was stuck in a dresser too? That will be a great icebreaker! Long story. Oh hey, that reminds me. You hungry? Oh, well maybe a little. I got some gum and a couple of eggs. I also caught a delicious bass, but it's a little big. Oh, are you fucking kidding me right now? Fucking... Do you think I could have one of those eggs, Leon? Yeah, sure. It's... gold. Yeah, fresh out of a chicken. No idea why it's gold, though. Maybe something in the feed. For some reason, I thought it was going to be boiled. That reason being, I'm dumb. Do you think it's safe to consume? It's just an egg. I've eaten a couple since I got in here and haven't had any problems so far. I'm glad he's so laissez-faire about the prospect of being ravaged by salmonella, but I'm having some serious second thoughts here. Still, I don't want to seem ungrateful, so maybe I'll just hold on to it. Although now that I think about it, where am I supposed to keep this thing? It's not like lady clothes have any pockets. Well, I mean, there is nature's pocket. Time to see if those Kegels exercises have paid off. Ashley! So, that spray you used on me earlier, what was that? It's a little tough to explain. Try me. You remember your father shooting off those missiles at Raccoon City? Yeah, where the virus broke out, right? Right. There was a company that caused the outbreak, Umbrella. They developed a lot of things, most of them dangerous. When they shut down, the government confiscated a whole bunch of their research and products. This is the first I've heard of this. It's not exactly common knowledge. Point is, some of their research had merit. That medicinal spray, for instance, little gift from the lab team. But isn't the merchant guy selling that exact canister? Yeah, that's almost certainly contraband. Umbrella had a bunch of cover operations in Europe, so some of their stuff was bound to end up on the black market. If somebody's gonna have it, it might as well be us, huh? That makes sense. So is it anything like pot? Yeah, how'd you know? Oh! Just, lucky guess. Don't worry, I won't tell your parents. The gondola came to a halt, and with it my fantasy of continued conversation. Onward, I guess. We jogged down the small hill and walked up to the large wooden door that Leon had inspected earlier. Leon began sifting through his pockets. I wonder if he, swiped a key from the secret danger before he Oh, yeah! Eyeball. Sweet, merciful Jesus. First off, ew. Secondly, maybe I should have asked about what went down in that warehouse. Thirdly, scratch number 2, I made the right choice by not asking. Still, in the spirit of the times, I'd like to say that this whole thing has become really unpleasant to my eyes. Oh, I missed the chapter. Wait, maybe it's on the log. Nope, sure isn't. We stepped through the gate and... Okay, now hold on a second. Can we just stop and ponder the fact that a total hottie just opened a door with a person's eyeball? Is that not the very definition of insane? I mean, these people don't even have toilets, and they're building doors with retina scanners? I know I lived in a gated community, so glass houses and all that, but this wealth gap is wild. Okay, I'm good now. Just had to clear the air. Continue me. Why, thank you, Ashley. I'd be happy to. Where was I? Oh, right. On the other side of the gate was a very tight path leading up. The path was enclosed by rocky embankments that were totally climbable, but Leon seemed fine with walking the old straight and narrow. It's not like we're trying to escape an area bristling with hostility or anything. What is that rumbling sound? I looked behind me briefly, half sure that Grande would make a grand entrance into the world of the living. I just realized, and it's so late for me to have this realization, but seeing a vehicle made me remember the joke she made about taking a construction class, and when am I ever gonna need to drive a fucking plow? It's the second part of RE4. Oh, I didn't read that. I looked up behind me briefly, half sure that Grande would make a grand re-entrance into the world of the living. Holy Grande latte! I knew I'd jinx it! Death be damned, he'll feast on my lovely lady bones yet! I spun my head forward and was relieved to find... I spun my head forward and was relieved to, 1, find Leon cocked and ready, like any good man should be, and 2, that Grande had apparently been reincarnated as a mere truck. A truck that is, driving straight toward us on a narrow path. Yeah, that embankment is looking pretty scalable right now. I thought about bolting, but Leon held firm. If I run now, it might distract him, and he might also think I'm a complete coward. I don't want him to think I don't trust him. Men love a girl with undying certainty in their manly ability to succeed amidst unreasonable odds. I need to make the right choice. Last time I trusted Leon, it did not end well. As if sensing my desire to flee, Leon stepped back and raised his weapon to the night. I can't run now. It will throw off Leon's aim, and then he'll be crushed. It's my moral obligation not to let that happen to his hair. Don't make me regret this, Leon. It's like he's telling me to be his wife. Okay, hold on. Let me see something. Thanks for hanging out, Lika. Let's see. Granted, I'm still petrified by the prospect that he's just going to stand his ground against a 2-ton vehicle, but hey, more cowering can only enhance my feminine charm. Yeah, no problem. I gotcha. And thanks for hanging out with me as long as you did, Lika. Good luck with work tomorrow. It's like he's telling me to be his wife. As I began to plan out our wedding, we slipped past the flaming truck and continued up the path. We booked it up the rest of the path toward the castle, the size of which only continued to astound. Someone is definitely compensating for something. With the villagers doing their best impression of a stampede, Leon and I looked honestly at one another. We both knew there was only one option.
On the other side of the bridge.
Oosh. As the villagers drew uncomfortably near, I looked to Leon for guidance. He flicked his eyes at a crank to my left.
You take that one.
Okay.
Ugh, look at the rest on this thing. And I thought I've gone too long without a loving touch. Oh, let me try that again. Ugh, look at the rust on this thing. And I thought I've gone too long without a loving touch. Focus, Ashley. Cultists! Cultists with torches! Wah! No, VOD. I took hold of the handle and looked to Leon for a signal. I knew it was just going to be more quiet body language, but I imagined a seductive wink/blown kiss combo. Anything to keep the spark alive.
Ready?
Wow, actual words. I'm so motivated. Let's push this crank noodle arms. Push it real good. Wow, we did it. Does this qualify us for a relationship upgrade? I mean, it's not quite dodging ancient traps in unison yet, but I think there's real potential.
Come on.
Yeah.
The experience so far doesn't give me a lot of confidence about what we'll find in this castle, but in the absence of definitive danger, I'm still going to lean on rich, handsome prince named Luis. It's a good place to end. But I'm still sad. That was genuinely funny and fun. I had a good time, and now I really want to play RE4. Although I think, honestly, right this second, I just need to eat something. Ah, stomach, hey. As soon as I said that, my stomach groaned at me like, yeah, you stupid asshole. So yeah, that was part 1 of RE4 Otome Edition. You guys go check out Shimmersoft. This game is on itch.io. And it's basically like pay what you want. I obviously donated to the developers, but you can, it seems, donate as much or as little as you want to get this extremely entertaining game. Hopefully, part 2 actually really is coming out soon. And I'll be playing it on this channel when it does. Alright. Episodes? Oh yeah. Wonder if the episodes have cards. I'm gonna check this real quick and then I'll end the stream. The atmospheric music is really nostalgic though. Feels just like, well, I would say high school, but I only played it a little bit in high school. I really got into Resident Evil games once I was in college. Like, oh god, 5 years, 4 years ago, something like that. RE4 was the first one I ever played because I have a GameCube, and I've been playing GameCube games since I was a little kid. I remember playing RE4 briefly. Either I was playing it or I was watching my brother playing it. Either way, I do remember this distinctly when I was younger. And being very disappointed that Luis doesn't have more than a couple of lines of dialogue. And basically his lines of dialogue are just like, he's a cop, he's a pervert. Aw, dang. It doesn't look like it's wanting to show me the chapter cards, but that's okay. We had a good experience. So, I suppose that is all I've got for tonight. I think I played for nice long time there. So, thank you everybody for watching, if you stayed and watched for the whole thing. Hopefully I will be back pretty soon with more Otome fun. We'll see you guys later.